If my first name is Luigi, my last name is likely to be was I interested in frogs?
Yeah.
Yes. A big question that early people like Galvani and Gall and Galen were all trying to answer this question, and that is, what is mental activity? Write that down. Most people who are philosophers or anatomists or neurologists are all trying to answer this question. What is mental activity? There are two guys that I want you to know. One of them is Golgi, G-O-L-G-I. G-O-L-G-I. If you take biology and you read about the cell, there's the Golgi body. Okay? Golgi is a guy that won a Nobel Prize for this. He won a Nobel Prize for coming up with a stain that allowed us to see the neuron underneath the microscope. He developed silver nitrate stain. You have to know that. He developed a stain that helps us identify the nerve cell. Ramon Santiago Cajal, this is C-A-J-A-L, all I want you to know, C-A-J-A-L, took his stain and got really, really famous. And Golgi was really pissed at him because they ended up sharing the Nobel Prize, I think, in 1908. You don't have to know that date. I'm not going to ask dates on it. Okay. Who wrote Origin of Species? Darwin. What was his first name? Charles. Can anybody tell me any other Charles in the chapter? It's a really tough question. Yes. Charles Sherrington. Very good. Can you tell me anything about Charles Sherrington? Yes. Part of synapses, okay? He said that, and Sherrington noticed how slow neural conduction is. Let me write that down. Neural conduction is relatively slow. It's not as fast as electricity in a wire. It's not as fast as you think it would be. And you're going to notice that when you try to juggle. Sherrington said there's got to be some gaps in here. There's just got to be some spaces. It's slowing this process down. And he called them what? Synapses. That's from the Greek word which means to clasp. There are lots of spaces between our neurons. The ideas about mental activity were that spirits came into our bodies and behaved in a certain way. So what were the names for those spirits? Ghosts or animal spirits. What gland did they come into according to Descartes? Starts with P. The pineal gland. Pineal, P-I-N-E-A-L. I-N-E-A-L. All right. If I'm not a monist, that is if I think that the brain and the mind are all the same thing, I'm likely to be a dualist. Okay. Plato was a dualist?
Plato.
True. All right. Charles Sherrington's last name was? Sherrington. And he talked about the synapse. Okay. He said because neural conduction was faster than he thought it was going to be. True or false? False. Okay. Here's a tough question. What is animism? What is animism?
Believing the soul.
All right, it has to do with the soul. It says that spirits everywhere are the controlling forces of life. Okay. Animism developed into pneuma theory. Pneuma theory developed into animal electricity. Animal electricity developed into neural conduction. I'll do that again. You ready? Way back. They said that everything alive had an animal spirit. Okay. And then animal spirits were turned into a notion called pneuma theory. And the pneuma theory was refined by Luigi Galvani and was called animal what? Electricity. And then now we just call it neural conduction.